G'day, check mic, g'day, g'day, or good evening. G'day, check mic, g'day, g'day. Okay, cool, we're live. I think I'm probably only going to be here for about half an hour, but I'm jumping back on this game. You might ask me why. Well, I'm trying to get some money, and I want to kind of get up to the end truck if I can. And, you know, like, for all its faults, and there's a few, look at the flickering over the floor, I kind of quite like it. So, yeah, let's, I need to pick up a job there, because I'm desperately running out of money. We're okay, truck health is 48, so we can actually do getting a service, but I've got no money. Let's get a job, I tell you, let's get a job, and then we'll get some money, and then hopefully we can get on the road with it. But good evening, and welcome, and I hope you're well. It's 5:10 here. Oh, that's better. I put my mic down, might be able to hear me a bit better. Good evening, Fair Income Debt Gaming, I hope you're well. It's 5 to 10 here in the UK, and I know I'm playing this game, but I am quite enjoying it in a funny kind of way. So I'm just going to turn it down a little bit. I do need to go and pick up a job there because we're desperately running out of money. Because I bought that large truck, didn't I? And yeah, I thought I'd jump back on it. You know, it's look, the game is what it is, right? You know, the way I'm understanding it is that this game was made by one person. So I'm just checking. 8:55 a.m. here. My goodness me. This game was made by one person, and you know, we can pull it to pieces. We can pull the graphics apart. We can pull the AI apart. But there's something wanting me to go ahead and have I gone the wrong way? Hold on a minute. Have I gone the wrong way? Get job. It's literally behind me. Alright, I might have to turn around. That's fine. Yeah, there's something about this game that I'm kind of wanting to see the final truck. It's a Peterbilt ripoff. But you know, we spoke about on the video's up on the channel, and you know, I was saying really with the American, I'm going to do a bit of a U-turn. Pascal, I hope you're well. Good evening. I've not spoken to you for a long time. It's going to do a bit of a U-turn here a second. You know, for all its flaws, and it does have quite a few. Good evening, Dave. How are you? How the hell are you? Happy New Year. Oh yeah, I forgot even to mention that, by the way. So let's go and pick up this trailer. But good evening, Dave. Hope you're well. And yeah, I just figured I'd jump on. I'm probably on for about an hour. My partner is in town, catching up with a few people. I thought, you know what, I'll jump on because sometimes I do live streams on like Saturdays. I've just finished the radio, so I've not long got home, and look at the waterworks there. That's pretty cool with the old water. Yes, there's. Oh, is that the job here? It's here. It's here. Very Euro truck here, isn't it? Coming into the yard just like that. So let's pick. I need a very, very quick job, really. So 74 miles, 46 miles. Might take the 46 miles. 4 grand, 5 grand. That'll do. I just need some money because, well, you need money to rest at the hotels, and so let's go and pick up this job. I'm waffling away, but you'll have to forgive me. But yeah, Happy New Year to you all. Like I said, you know, this game is by no means perfect, you know, but when you hear that it's made by one person, you think, actually, they've not done a too bad a job, right? We're going to get out the truck, look, we're going to hook it up, and, you know, we've got, I mean, obviously the words on the truck is very blurry. If this had a couple of patches, or if, like, if Road Street, what is it? Who did Alaskan Road Truckers? If they picked this up, not gonna lie, nearly pissed myself laughing when you blew the horn. I know, right? No. That's, hold on. This is the horn on this one, which actually isn't too bad. It was the that Euro driver which was absolutely comical. Yes, that's right. That was Euro Driver, wasn't it? But this one actually isn't that bad. Right, let's I don't quite know which way we've got to go. It won't matter really. We'll turn right. You know, you've got truck maintenance here. You know, I've had if you did get through the video of 40 odd minutes, there was you know, I had a puncture. I had problems with the engine at one point, and you know, if you sort of think this is made by one person, you sort of think, well, that's the horn. Like I said, look at this America. This is a better representation of America than Sedesco's American Dream, really. I mean, you've got open highways here. You know, none of these right-angled turns and stuff, you know. So, yeah, I don't know. So, I'm not saying this game of the year or nothing. Don't get me wrong. You know, the indicators don't show, the dials don't work in the cab. You know, if anything, this game should be a tenner, really. It shouldn't be. I think I paid 17 quid for it. But I just figured I'd jump on. Let's go jump on for an hour. I was going to do some bike racing, but I've got a really good bike racing video coming out on Sunday. Managed to get a fastest lap on the TT. So now let me think which way we want. We want this. Yeah, this one. Do you know what? Alaskan Road Truckers still getting patches. It's good, isn't it? You know, that is another game that you know, I've put loads of time into Alaskan Road Truckers, and you know, when you compare Alaskan Road Truckers to this, you sort of think actually the Alaskan Road Truckers hasn't done that bad. It could desperately do with a patch for the AI, because the AI still drives in the back of my truck, but I don't think do the fuel gauges work in Alaskan. Like, I'd really love a quality of life for Alaskan Road Truckers, because I'd like to be able to take the HUD away and drive with a HUD, you know, like pretty much like this, really. But if we could lose the sat nav, but we're going to cut. Well, I personally am going to cut this a bit of a break, because you know, this is low key. This is this is low budget stuff. Happy New Year, Anthony in the chat. Good evening, I hope you're well. I really appreciate your comments on the video, by the way, Anthony, and yeah, very, very happy New Year to you and your family, as with everyone here, really. Pascal, happy New Year to you. Dave Cloister as well, and Fair Dinkum Gaming, and everyone who kind of stops by my little waffle fest. You know, trucking is something that I'm passionate about. I think I'm going to have a video drop on Monday talking about the schedule that I've got going on, and what I sort of plan for the channel. I do have some big plans for the channel, and they sort of, I don't want to give too much away, but they sort of outgrow the channel, if that makes any sense, because the channel has 3 genres on it. It has trucks, bikes and horses. Now, I appreciate very much that the horses are not everyone's cup of tea, right? I completely get that, but yeah, I've just, you know, they got Ghost Recon is coming out this year, and I'm a big fan of Ghost Recon, and the channel obviously doesn't do FPS or, you know, stuff like that, but yeah, watch this space, because there's something happening in the background. So you know, okay, so we're going to take this turning off here. Like I said, I want to drop this as quickly as we can, because I do want to get some money. You should bring planes to the channel. Do you know what? I nearly, I actually not uploaded. I switched to, what am I trying to say? Before, and I thought, no. I haven't done a live stream for a little while. See, look at this big space here. Like, I think someone talked about American, you know, regardless of the graphics, look how open America we are, you know. It's big long roads, and if this game had some money injected into it, and it had a graphical update, and it had some sounds. I mean, it's got a good array of trucks in this game. We're driving a cab over truck. But yeah, I think actually it might be coming up to drop off, which would be quite good. But you know, sometimes like it's not. I mean, it is about the graphics because we're on PlayStation 5 and the year is 2026, so I do get it. You know, let's watch this purple car. See, look at all these. Look, so look, this is a bloody. That's supposed to be a T-junction. Look at them flying all into the road. So the AI needs some serious work, to be honest. I'll come to some comments if I've missed them when we drop this job off, and so it needs some serious work, right? But if it had some money thrown at it, the trouble is, I mean, here's the biggest problem. In a minute, we're going to have American Truck Simulator, so we won't even need a game like this. This game really is about 5 years too late. Because had this had a little bit of love, a little bit of money, you know, it would have stood up with Alaskan Road Truckers, and you know, and people probably would have quite enjoyed it, you know, if it had the money thrown at it, you know. But in a minute, we're going to have we're going to have American Truck Simulator, and so look at this, we're coming down to a bay. So in a minute, all these games are going to be completely ineligible, wouldn't they? You know, you wouldn't want to play them because you'll be playing American Truck, and you'll have like proper brands, and you'll have, you know, multiplayer trucking as well. So I get it. I get you wouldn't want to buy this game because like it's this needs to be marked as a tenner, like $9.99. So if you were bored and you wanted to play something a little bit different, and if your bar was low, super low, then maybe you play this game, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. That's just me, you know. And what we say on this channel, opinions are like assholes, and everybody has one. And you know, some people are not going to be into this at all, you know. But if you're an old school gamer like me, I'm 51 years old, and you know, I've played games like this on the PS2. I know we're on the PS5, but if this gives me, what, you know, well, here's the thing: I've got to put 17 hours into it to get my money back, and I think I'm at the 5-hour mark. Okay, so we'll reverse this trailer in because why not? Let's push X. Now the mirrors on this game is absolutely shocking. You cannot use the mirrors for reversing. You can see the mirrors are terrible. So we're just going to do it third person. But yeah, I mean, I can't wait for ATS and ETS. It's going to be amazing, you know. But for now, this is kind of scratching my itch slightly, you know. Okay, I'm going to come to Anthony's comment in a minute. A second. Let's just back this up. I just want to get this done as quickly as possible. I'm making a right mockery of it. Yeah, we're going to have another crack at that. The camera as well is pretty janky. It keeps sort of swinging back. But I thought, you know, for an hour, like an hour's stream, I'll just jump on. I swear I've got a cold as well. I know Fat Cat's also been suffering with a cold over there. Right, can we hit it now? No, okay, it's not quite in the right place. Hold on, bear with. There we go, it should be there. No? Oh, there we go. So £5,800. It's only up the road. We'll do a big one in a minute. But I just needed to get the money. So let's go back to the garage. Just to, yeah, the garage. And I'll catch up on some comments of you lovely, lovely people here on this late Friday. Or if you're fair dinkum gaming, over there in Australia, it's breakfast time. So let's have a quick look. But yeah, Happy New Year to you all. Not going to lie, when they blew the horn on that truck game the other day, yeah, that was the Euro truck, wasn't it? That was Euro Driver, I think it was called. Really kind of, using the key words from Euro Truck Driver, weren't they? This reminds me of On the Road, but with colour. I mean, to be fair, where are we to? We're in the garage, so I'm going to take a look at the um, what am I going to do? I'm going to take a look at the paint, actually. See if we can do that. So we've got paint skins, and we've got liveries. So got a job to see it, but £3,000 for that. I mean, it's not the best, I'll be honest with you. That's a classic American thing, isn't it? Like the two-tone colours there. Don't know what to go with. We probably shouldn't spend the money. I won't spend it just for a second. I recently tried American Dream again and instantly deleted it and forgot how bad it was. Fair income. This is the trouble, see. Like, American Dream. Actually, I did a video a little while ago saying I made some apologies for the game because, when you put American Dream against Dutch Connection is terrible. In my humble opinion, it's awful. And it was obviously rushed. It was to make money. And yeah. But American Dream is... The thing is, this gives a better representation of America than American Dream. And they had a bigger budget, didn't they? So, Anthony, the Switch 2 will now get a bunch more trucking games because it will be the only console not to have ATS and ETS. Like you said once, ATS comes out and nobody else would buy low-tier games. Agreed. Yeah, I think the Switch 2 will benefit from games like this. I still want to play and support and cover all the other trucking games, but when ETS and ATS drops, I'm going to rotate those games weekly. So probably Trucking Tuesday will be one or the other, and then Trucking Thursday will be one of the other independent games. So, but yeah, you make a good point, to be fair, Anthony. Truck Driver was my first trucking game. I have a soft spot for it. Yeah, Truck Driver Gold. Again, it just needs some TLC. It needs... Right, okay, I think I'm going to go pick up another job. We'll get back to our career. It definitely needs some TLC. The rain needs looking at. I wish that they'd improve the sounds, but, they're still bringing out patches for these games. So, who knows, But, right, let's have a look. So, we need food. Bottom right-hand corner, 9%, otherwise we're going to starve to death. So I'll try and pick up a fuel station. Hopefully there's a fuel station around here. Let's go and get some fuel, and then we can get some food. Actually, I might have some food on me. So yeah, we're in the daylight. Look, it's not a bad looking truck, and you can put like a bull bar on it, which we might have to do when we get some more money. But let's try and... How do I get into my inventory? Nope. Hey Marco, I hope you're well. Good evening. I've forgotten how to get into my inventory now. Is it... No. Here we go. Yeah, so I normally carry fuel. We've got a jack here as well, and we've also got a tyre. But I'm just going to have this food. Happy holidays to you, Marco. Very happy festive holiday. Okay, so that might sort our food out meanwhile, but we will head over to the... We'll head over to the garage. We've got 38% on our food, so let's go third person and have a look at our little truck. No driver in there. It's low budget, How does it work with your wheel? I'll be honest, Anthony. I do have my Thrustmaster. I love my Thrustmaster. But for a game like this, I haven't brought my wheel to it. I don't know if it's worth bringing my wheel down and setting my wheel up to play a game like this. I mean, Euro Truck and American Truck all day long, that'll be on the steering wheel. But yeah, I haven't tried it, to be honest with you. Right, so we'll go and get some fuel. But you know, it has it's got fueling, it's got food, it's got sleep. Yeah, I just don't know whether. I mean, you could bring the wheel, I suppose, and give it a go. But it's such a low budget affair. I think it's perfectly fine on a controller, and a game like this, Anthony, actually would be absolutely fine on the Switch too. You know, if this had a few more patches, I mean, look, we've got a roller coaster over there. We're down by the sea. If this had a few more patches, it just needs more money thrown at it, doesn't it? Really. The AI needs some serious work, because that's my right of way, and they're coming through. But you know, we had a look at one of the shovelware games, the Euro 25 driver, and that was terrible. Like, at least you actually do some trucking in this one. The other one was literally you just had to go about, what, you moved the trailer about 10 yards, maybe 10 meters. But yeah, I just figured I'd do a bit of a live. I wanted to sort of save up some money to get the final truck on it, and we'll pull up at the station. Might pull in on the rear actually, so just so we can pull all the way through. Yeah, this is the way in anyway, according to the arrow. Right, let's pull up here. Okay, cool. But yeah, you know, it's okay, isn't it? Let's have a look at the comments. Have you ever played Baldi's Basics in Education and Learning before? No. Basics in Education? No, I have no idea what that is, Marco. Oh. But yeah, I think Anthony, I think if this comes to Nintendo Switch, trouble with Nintendo Switch, they do tend to put the prices up on these games, don't they? Let's put some fuel in. Okay, so you can change the tyres, look, so you can change the wheels, and we can also, no, I don't want to get back in the cab, but we can also get to the back of the hood as well, so we can work on the engine, which I had to work on the engine in in that video that I put up on the channel, so that was quite cool. So, you know, there's something here, that's what I'm trying to say. Do you know what's happened to train station in Serbia? No, but the train station... Okay, so I've never had to do that before. I have no idea what Marco was talking about. He come in really, really nice, and but he's going on about tragedies across the world, so I have deleted him. This is a gaming channel, and you know, in gaming, I and I'm sure many others, the world is a crazy place, and I game to just forget about real world, you know. So I have deleted him. But yeah, especially first party games, they are way expensive. So let's go and pick up some fuel. We'll pick up some food. So much like Alaskan Road Trucker, but again on a very low budget sort of thing. We've got cakes, breads, donuts, and pastries. I don't know if I can buy a donut. Time and place, Katie. Yeah, absolutely. So I think we'll pick up some food. Now, what I normally do is, if I can remember how to get to the infantry. No. Ah, here we go. So we'll just eat that, because you have to eat about 6 pieces of food. Again, it's blurry, but, you know, this is not a top tier game, is it? So, you know, we'll, I personally, I was left. Forgive me. I'm going to pick up a wheel as well. We got 2 jacks in stock. Oh, look at this! See? Do you know one thing? I'm going to be. I don't know how you guys feel about this, but one thing I'm going to be sad about with the Euro Truck and American Truck is I want to get out my truck, and I think that's going to be because I quite like walking around. So I will miss that. What do we need? A wheel, I think. Pick up a wheel, and we'll have 2 more bits of food. I keep doing that, sorry. So I'll just eat that one, and then we'll put 2 in stock, and hopefully we'll go and do a job, and then hopefully I can get some customization for this truck. Right, love that sound of that door shutting. Sounds absolutely perfect for an old cab over truck. Listen to this. I think that door sounds brilliant. Okay, let's go look for a job. We are here, so we'll just service the truck while we're here. But yeah, you just gotta, if you do pick this up, you've just got to take it with a pinch of salt. This is not going to win any gaming awards. Yeah. But I feel like it's got a better map than American Dream, you know. But as Anthony was just saying, you know, when we do have ETS and ATS drop, we're going to be ploughing loads of time into those games, aren't we? And more so, like, we'll even be able to truck together. Like, I'll be able to come on and say, like, does anyone want to go on for like a bit of a convoy? And like, we'll waffle on the mic, and we'll have a little bit of a chat. We'll talk all kinds of things, gaming. We'll try and leave real world out of the equation, but you know, that's what it's all about, isn't it? Right, so is that truck's service now. Good evening, Lee. Hope you're well. I know you're a subscriber, Lee, so a big shout out to you. Thank you so much. You know, I really appreciate anybody subscribing to this channel, and yeah, I genuinely, you know, really appreciate it. Thank you. So, oh, is it worth trying to pick up one of these? Because these pay like 31,000. Should pick up this one. Or do I have to go, I then have to go over to, I don't know whether I should pick up that one. I don't know what town we're in. Oh, I haven't got 200 XP, so I can't pick that one up. That's handy. Okay, no worries, no bother. We'll just go over and get a job. So we'll go here. I think Anthony just asked, do you have both consoles, Katie, Xbox and PS5? Which do you prefer? I'll be getting one when ATS drops. Okay, so yeah, that's an interesting question, and I'm sure people in the chat, please give your opinion as well, because if Anthony is looking for a console, which one do you suggest? Because that way you can have a nice rounded opinion, because obviously I'll give my opinion, so, oh, now we're going to get onto a topic, but it is gaming, so, okay, so, I've had PlayStation since the PlayStation 1, and I never picked up Xbox until about 2 years ago, and I almost felt like, because you sort of join an alliance, don't you? If you're like staunch PlayStation or staunch Xbox, sometimes you feel, you know, because all your friends are on that platform, and so I have a lot, well, I don't have many friends. I have like literally 30 on my PlayStation, but I'm quite fussy who I add on my PlayStation. They're people that I know, and but so PlayStation has always got my soft spot. I just love PlayStation. So for me, I have a PS5. However, I wanted to pick up an Xbox, and I picked up a Series S. So I don't have the Xbox Series X, so I couldn't comment, but I can only imagine that the Xbox X is just as basically just as good as the PlayStation, right? However, I do have the Series S, and I use Game Pass, which has now become incredibly expensive. And I use the UI of Xbox, and I prefer the user interface of the PlayStation. Another reason why I like the PlayStation is because it's really easy to stream. So one button, like I don't have anything fancy here for this channel. I stream straight from my PlayStation 5. I record the videos, and you know, but with Xbox I believe it's a bit more difficult. So for me, if I had to choose and land on one side or the other, I would choose PlayStation. Which job are we going to pick up? 15 grand, 12 grand. We'll pick up the 15 grand. Although we've done sand, do something a bit different than sand. Let's pick up this earth mover. Okay. However, I think both consoles have their strong points, but for me, if you're asking me, I would say go PlayStation. Let's have a look at what Dave's just put a second. Hold on. Xbox seems to have the most stable platform, although PlayStation seems to get all the glory. That's interesting. Sometimes, Dave, sometimes you'll find that some of the games, when they come out, there's sometimes, and I only say this respectfully because I know that people get passionate about consoles, but sometimes you'll find that there's sometimes more bugs, more bugs on PlayStation than Xbox, and then suddenly you'll have a game and the Xbox game's got the problems and the PlayStation games run smoothly. So it's sort of like a catch-22. When I've had an Xbox, I never thought I was missing a PlayStation, but in PlayStation wanted to change. I got an Xbox Series S and play simulators on the Xbox and play other games on PS5. I prefer Xbox over PS5. See, this is it. And you know, and hi Dan, hope you're well. Good evening, Dan. Happy New Year to you. And so as you can see, Lee likes Xbox, and so I know that I have. You know, I want to be absolutely, wholeheartedly respectful when it comes to console wars, because I have a Series S and I love my Series S. You know, it's a good, you know, it's a very good little console, to be fair. But yeah, so you know what we say on this channel. If you've watched enough of my videos, I always say opinions are like assholes and everybody has one. So it's going to be a personal preference. But if you wanted to make a YouTube channel and do some streaming, then probably PlayStation would be the one to go for. Maybe. Right, so here's our Earth Mover. Again, the trailers aren't anything special. The lights aren't working. You can see that they're on the floor, but they're not working. But look at that sun. I mean, look at that truck. Xbox. See, you've opened a can of worms now. Yeah, you've opened a can of worms. Xbox closest to PC. I have PCs, but upgrades expensive though. Well, do you know? I think Xbox might be cooking up something, because there's a rumour that there's going to be Steam on Xbox, and if that happens, well, that's gonna open the floodgates, I tell ya. because there's a lot of good games on Steam. You know, I've got a Steam Deck, and it's cracking, to be fair. So you would have seen this on my video if you watched it. There's a problem with this junction, and we've got a whip up here. Every time this junction gets snarled up, I don't know why it does. PlayStation is better to stream direct. YouTube, Twitch, yeah, have no preference really either. Does the same job. I feel the Xbox controller is built better though. Yeah, Steam Deck, very posh. Yeah, I saved up for it. I use Monzo, and I use the pots, and every time I get paid, I try and put £50 in like a gaming pot, and you know, I've got a pot that says PS6, and I try and put like a tenner in it a month, so when the PS6 drops I can get it, but I believe that's been pushed back to like 2029, so we'll have to see. But I do try and save, you know. I'm not posh. I grew up on a council estate, so I'm not posh. Oh, Dan, you're in the wrong job. But no, it's nice to come on. One of the nice things about streaming, really, is just to catch up with you guys. You know, have a bit of a waffle, have a bit of a chat, and I don't do it often enough, really. I'm thinking of saving for a flight yoke for Microsoft Flight Simulator, kind of hooking me in. Yeah, I've seen some of your screenshots. Actually, you're flying helicopters. It's a good game, you know. I still got Microsoft Flight Simulator downloaded on my PlayStation, and you know, I was playing it on the Xbox because, of course, who'd have thought that game was going to come over to the PlayStation? But yeah, this game. You know, I tend to go on the hard shoulder because this traffic runs so slowly. It needs this game needs some proper love. This is what it needs. Right, okay, so we'll get back on. But you know, big open worlds though. You know. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to finish this load, and I'm going to go and customize the truck, and I'm going to love you and leave you and sign off. But it was just a quick stream really, because I should do more of them. But I do have some plans for the channel, so do stick around. Do bear with me. But I'm enjoying it. You know, I'm so proud of it. I'm so proud of Slow and Steady, and I'm so lucky that you know, you guys pop in and say hi, and you know, and dig it and that. I'm it super makes me super humble, proper, like, you know. Yeah, no, I really dig it. Still weird seeing the Xbox logo. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, I was going to do a bit of flying. I may still do a bit of flying in a minute actually, but I'm starting to get the hang of landing now, so you know, I'm doing a bit better. But yeah, I mean, look, if we can play this game, right, then whatever American truck looks like, it's going to look better than this, isn't it? You know. But I think SCS are, you know, they're taking their time. They could have dropped it before Christmas and got lots of money. But I think, I personally think SCS are, you know, they want to release a decent product, you know, and I applaud them for that. You know, my thoughts is that it's probably going to be in March or April. So we've only got about 12 weeks to wait. But how good is it to be going, like, you know, hooking up with your friends and going like convoys and stuff, you know? Lee, hold on, what are you doing, Lee? You're watching from work. You're watching, you naughty boy. Oh, bless you. Doing the night shift there, Lee. So a big shout out to you. Thank you for tuning in and watching this terrible game. But I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Gonna try and do some what? Some crop dusting. Okay. If you do want to check out, oh well, if this is your first time in a slow and steady stream, then at the end of it, which will be in probably about 10 minutes, we do a massive shout out to all the people that's chatted. So do stick around for that. And also, I tend to shout out all the content creators who's jumped in the chat. So you know, so Dave Cloister does have a channel, and you know, he no doubt will be putting up. He was really big into the U-boat, like you were digging U-boat and stuff, weren't you? But yeah, you're doing quite well on Microsoft Flight Sim. So what's that, Dan? The engine only ticking over, lol. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Let's see if I can go like flat out. There's a gear change. It has gone to a lower tone. Now we're in a higher gear. But yeah, it's very poor, you know. But I don't know what it is about this game. I just want to get the last truck, like the Peterbilt, and I want to have a look at it. So and it's keeping me a little bit entertained. So but yeah, it's not worth £17. That's the trouble. But again, you know, look at these big open roads. Look, you know, this is what American Dream should have been, really, if you think about it. Sounds need work, yeah, absolutely, you know. But I think, don't quote me on this, but Fat Cat said that actually this whole game was made by one person. So just imagine if they did have some money and they did have a budget and they had someone who knew what they were doing. I mean, kudos to the guy for a single person to make this game. I think that's why I'm cutting it quite a bit of slack, really. I don't have a channel. You do, you upload a couple of clips here and there. Yeah, it's kind of belittling the PS5. It is, Dan. Yeah, it is. But it's vaguely keeping me entertained, to be honest. But yeah, I've got a couple of series coming up next year on the trucking. Next year? Hold on a minute. We are in this year. I've got a couple of series coming up. But maybe like most people, we're just waiting on the new games. Oh, I think someone put, does anyone know when Road Kings is coming out? I don't know, to be honest. You know, one of the big things that we're waiting for, and Fair Dinkum Gaming will attest to this, is where is Truck World Australia? That was supposed to come out in 2025, and it hasn't landed. Now, again, you know, if you can put up with this, you know, games like Truck World Australia and Alaskan Road Trucker, you know, suddenly don't seem quite so bad. Do you know what I mean? Let's go watch that car a second. But look at these big open roads. You know, the thought is here. The you know, the vision and the thought is here. It's just not been executed particularly well, you know. So we're coming off on this junction. and we're going to pick up some money. We're going to customize this truck. We're going to have a look at the other trucks, and then we'll do a big sign off, which is what we do, and we'll wish everyone a don't know, may live stream over the weekend. I'm not sure what I'm quite up to. See, look at that truck, sort of struggling a bit for gear. I wish this had manual gears. I do like a manual gears. When we get Euro truck and American truck, I do have a clutch pedal, so we will be doing manual gears and playing around with those big trucks. I just can't wait to start my trucking career, basically, on those games. You know, it's going to be really quite nice. But here we are coming into some sort of city. Look, yeah, the sounds are terrible. So we'll go underneath this bridge. I'm going to go in the cab because it doesn't like going underneath the camera doesn't like the underneath the bridge. So we're okay for fuel. So we won't do the fuel station right now. Be interesting to see how they set up manual gearbox to the console. Yeah, I think if anyone can do it, SCS can do it. Gonna need a new clutch. I know, Dan, right? Pulling off in top gear. See, what game was that you could pull away in top? I think it's Alaskan. So in all my Alaskan road trucker videos, if you go back and watch any, I'm using manual gears, and you can throw it in top. You can smell it from here. You can throw it in top gear and pull off, and you wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But equally, if you've got no load on the back, you should be able to pull away in like 4/4 5th in a truck. Like, you wouldn't need to pull away in first gear, like, you know. Oh god, I'm looking at the comments. Late YNWA Gaming, good evening to you. We need ETS ASAP. Yes, we need it. We need it now. We need it now. Right, let's park this one up, and let's get to the garage, have a look at our truck, and then we'll bid you all a good evening. Might as well get this last 10% of just parking the truck up, really. Slipping like a good one. It is, isn't it? It has that kind of where it's yeah, it doesn't, the gearbox does not sound healthy at all, especially as you're coming down a bit of an incline. But you know, I'm hoping with Euro truck and American truck that we get all the Jake brakes and the engine brake. You know, I really am hoping that we get the real deal. Would want to be your mechanic. You have to forgive the camera because I can't reverse this for Toffee. Hold on. The fucking camera's terrible. Dan's pissing himself. Call yourself a trucker, Katie. This is when all the blokes are laughing in like the cafeteria across the road. Look at that bloody woman trying to put that in the back of there. In it goes. It's going in fine. Right, okay, so let's drop the trailer off, which is here. Do you want me to reverse it? Okay, now you have an opportunity to earn more money by completing special contracts. They become available after 200 XP. Yeah, so we covered the special contracts in the thing. So congratulations, you've unlocked the next 5 special contracts, which are now available. So I'm going to be plugging away at it. You know, I know you think it's crap, right? I know you do. Okay, let's go to the garage. and we'll do it. Right, what's Dave said now? It's American, it's standard that the gearboxes sound rough. They don't have clutches, they just have slide gears and matching revs. American trucks are ancient, Katie. I can't wait to get I want to get like a 1970s truck in you've unlocked the heavy duty clutch. Okay, so we looked at the paint and we've got some liveries here, right? They're not that grand. They're okay. We've got normal painting, but we're going to go to styling. Now, interestingly, if you go to tuning and transmission, is it? Look at these gearboxes. Isn't this a complete rip-off of Euro Truck? So we've got a Detroit gearbox. Now, I've not had a play with these yet, and I can bet your bottom dollar that the sound doesn't change, because it does in ETS and ATS, because I know, because I play it on Steam Deck. But you've got different transmissions, and you've also got the engines. Look, a Cummins engine. I've got Detroit. So I haven't played with these yet, but I will do. But I doubt it makes a big difference. But that's what I'm saying. See, you know, for me, I can't put this game in shovelware because I do feel like they've made a bit of an effort. I do feel like that they have, I say they, the one guy who made this game. Anyway, we're not doing tuning, we're going to styling, and I'm going to have a look at the grille. Oh, so we've got a black one, a silver one. Well, there's not much difference there, really. I think we'll leave the grille. What else do we have? Forgive me, hold on. Front bumper. I kind of like the original one. Defo had you in mind with that avatar pic. I know, right? When you choose your character, there's some really cool pictures, and I reckon there's about 6 women and 6 guys. So yeah, definitely. I thought that was quite cool. Right, nothing's catching my eye here really. I don't like those sun visors. I mean, this ain't gonna last 5 minutes with ETS around, is it? Not really. Oh, I thought I was gonna get like a nice little. I was gonna get like a nice little nudge bar, like, you know. But I can't get one. So before we do that, then we may as well finish up with the trucks, and then I think we'll do the big shout out and bugger off, and I'll leave you to enjoy your evening. Get this to load. Right, okay, so we'll go to dealer. Now, I can't afford any trucks at the moment. I did buy one on the last video. So this is your starting trucks. You've got small, medium, or heavy. So with the small one, we've got the cab over, which is like typical of the convoy sort of 70s design, isn't it? I don't know whether they make them anymore like that. We've got this one here, which is now they're all made up names. This one's called Steel Ridge 900. We've got the Horizon Skyline XL, and we've got the Eagle Patriot, which I didn't think I bought. But we've got the medium one here. Now I do own this one. So I own the Star Trek Stellar Voyager. But one of the biggest problems with this truck is that the lights don't work. So again, it's just a big problem with this game. The heavy trucks are here. So we've got Thunderhaul Storm King, an FLD 120, and a Peter 359. So that's 220k. I think I am gonna probably not live stream all the time, but I'll squirrel away on this and try and get the last truck if I can. And and then we'll put the game to one side. But at the moment, bringing to the channel on the road, truck and logistics, heavy cargo, you've seen it all before. You've seen those games 100 times, and we are desperate for some more trucking games like Road Kings, Truck World Australia, um, even the New Beginnings. We've got and then ATS and ETS. About 5 truck games that we're waiting for, and so I am going to be doing a video, I think, on Monday, which will be talking about the direction of this channel. It's still going to be trucks, bikes, and horses, but I'm just thinking about how I navigate the next the next 3 months straight from Mad Max. I tell you, that's a cracking game, by the way. If you've not played Mad Max, that's a cracking game. But we'll go back into our career, and I think we'll do the big shout out, which is what we do at the end of all the stream. So let's get this to load in a second. But I'm very grateful. Thank you for joining me. I really, really do appreciate it. It's night time here. Here's our truck. And like I said, at least it gives... I think this gives a better representation of America than that American dream all day long. So, to me, I don't mind this game. It needs some patching. It needs some work. It needs some proper clutch work, Dan. And engines. Yes, it does. But there we go. Right, okay, let's do it. Let's run all the way back to the beginning of the chat. The first person in the room this evening was Fair Dinkum Gaming. He does have a channel, so do go check him out. He's based all the way down in Australia. He does some trucking on there. He also does... yeah, what else do you do? And he's desperate to play Truck World Australia when obviously that drops. But first in the chat was Fair Dinkum Gaming. Next up was Dave Cloister. Dave, always a pleasure to have you in on the chat, and I hope you're well. And I think I might go and do some flying in a little bit. Next up was Pascal. I'm glad that Alaskan Road Truckers still get some patches. I'm too pleased that, I also quite like Alaskan Road Trucker. It's still a decent game, in my humble opinion. We then had Anthony pop in, talking about the Switch 2. Of course, he's looking to get the console, and I really appreciate everyone who gave him a hand to sort of give your opinion of what you like as a console. And it's always such a difficult conversation because people love their consoles, but a big shout out to Anthony. Thank you for jumping into the chat. Scrolling down, next into the chat was Lee Bell. He was listening in from work. He jumped into the live stream just to while he was working. So thank you, Lee, for swinging on by. Next in the chat was Ollie Dan. Dan, a real pleasure to speak to you this evening. That's the first time I've caught you on a live, and I'm loving your humour and banter. So do keep it up. And it's a pleasure to speak to you this evening. Then we've got more chat from Fair Dinkum, Dan, Dave Cloister, Lee Bell, more chat here. We then had L8YNWA Gaming. He said that we need ETS really soon. Yes, we do. We're all crying out for it now. It's we're in 2026, and I think we're all waiting for the same thing. But this is the closest I can get to it at the moment, and I don't think it's too bad. But that is it from me to you. Thank you once again for joining me on this late stream. Take good care of yourself. I may see you over the weekend, but thank you once again from the bottom of my heart for sticking around on this channel, for supporting it, for being awesome, and for being part of the SAS crew. From me to you, a big shout out. Take care, stay safe, Happy New Year, and I'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.